Hey, it's Inder and you're watching Shine Anywhere and Everywhere. I'm absolutely delighted you have made time to be here with me in this episode of self-improvement. If you are new to the channel, here I talk about self-improvement and personal growth and development. Today I'm going to talk about English pronunciation skills. Well, acquisition of second language can be a challenging task for a multitude of different reasons because no two languages are alike in their structure, syllabification, rhythm, pronunciation, etc. Moreover, after speaking one language for any amount of time, the speaker becomes accustomed to specific qualities of that language. Therefore, learning to speak another language takes extra efforts and time because it is essentially rewiring your brain to think differently in many ways. One of the important elements of our language is pronunciation. If you talk about English, pronunciation is the soul of the spoken version of the language. With good pronunciation, you are easily understandable, pleasant to listen to, and you leave a positive impression every time. On the flip side, with bad or incorrect pronunciation, you are hard to understand and unpleasant to listen to. However, pronunciation is just a skill that can be developed and improved with awareness and practice. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and facts on enhancing pronunciation skills. And I'm quite positive that you will find them useful and helpful in your journey to the accurate pronunciation. So let's dive into the video. Well, if you want to improve your English pronunciation skills, then first and foremost, you must be aware that English is a stress-timed language. Sounds technical, isn't it? But it is not. Stress is a relative verbal emphasis that may be given to a syllable in a word or certain words in a phrase or sentence. Stressed syllables and words are pronounced or spoken louder than the non-stressed ones. English is not a phonetic language. The letters and the sounds don't go together. There is a loose connection between them. In other words, the letters do not correspond one-on-one with the sounds. Therefore, it is often impossible to predict the spelling of a word that you first encounter in speech and the pronunciation of a word that you first encounter in reading. Syllable is an integral part of English pronunciation. Unless you understand syllable, you will continue to make mistakes in word stress and pronunciation. On the bright side, being aware of syllable and its role in English pronunciation can make your journey to the accurate pronunciation easier, smoother, and quicker. A syllable is a unit of sound in English. Syllables join consonant and vowels to form words. Therefore, every word in English is made up of syllables or parts, which makes it easier to pronounce. English being a stress-timed language, all syllables are not created equal. In any word with more than one syllable, there will always be one syllable that is going to stand out, that is going to be stressed or emphasized above the rest. It is absolutely must for you to identify the stress syllable in order to pronounce a word correctly. Stressing the wrong syllable can make a word unrecognizable because it doesn't follow the expected pattern. There is no rule as such to tell which syllable in a word would be stressed. A lot of listening to English and being aware of it will intuitively tell you which syllable in a word is to be stressed. I recommend using online resources or a dictionary to identify the stressed syllable in a word. Stressed syllable is usually shown as through capitalization or prime symbol. This symbol is gonna come right before the stressed syllable. When it comes to improving your pronunciation skills or any other aspect of the language for that matter, first you need to identify your problem areas. You must be aware of your weak spots and then target them with focused practice. It is often difficult to detect pronunciation errors in your own speech because you are focused on communicating rather than the sounds you are making. If you can't hear your pronunciation mistakes, then it is tough to correct them. To remedy the situation, record yourself with your smartphone and then make note of specific areas you need to improve on. The ultimate way to improve your pronunciation skill is to practice. It is just like any other skill such as playing guitar or riding a bicycle. You must practice and practice a lot. Being spectator is not gonna take you anywhere. If you sit around waiting for someone to practice your English with, then you are taking a long road to improvement. Guess what? You don't need someone else to practice with. Speaking loud to yourself is a proven and powerful way to build your English pronunciation and speaking skills. So start expressing your thoughts aloud as often as you can when no one is around to practice with. Often accent and pronunciation are misunderstood to be one and the same, which is absolutely not true. You are always judged or graded for your pronunciation, not for your accent. So be proud of your accent and focus on being understood, not on sounding like a native English speaker. Yes, it's true. There is absolutely nothing wrong with speaking English with an accent. After all, every single native speaker speaks with an accent. Just think of Americans, British, Australians, Canadians, Irish, Scottish. They all have their own accent. So can you. And still be perfectly understood by others. The key is to ensure that your pronunciation of words is clear and understandable. Poor pronunciation around you, poor pronunciation in you. Therefore, a good tip for improving your pronunciation skill is to surround yourself with good and genuine English. Spend as much time as you can listening to native English speakers through radio, TV, and movies. Merely listening to a lot of English is not gonna help you build your English pronunciation or speaking skills. This is just like watching a pianist playing piano and hoping that you would develop the ability. It doesn't work that way. Focus and deliberate practice is indispensable if you want to master the craft. So get involved and practice. Just because people around you can understand your English doesn't mean that your pronunciation is accurate or correct. People around you might be used to bad or incorrect pronunciation, so it is easy for them to understand you. A good idea is to make yourself more aware of how you sound when you speak English. And the best and easiest way to do this is to record yourself with your smartphone and then listen to it. It will give you a better idea of your pronunciation skills. If you want to improve your English pronunciation skills but not sure where to take action or what is the right direction, we'll get started right away with the very first word that you come across after watching this video. Get the correct pronunciation of the word using online resources or a dictionary. This is pivotal for achieving accurate pronunciation. Because once you say a word wrong, you will always say it wrong. So to nip the problem in the bud, get it correct the very first time. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Just throw yourself into speaking as much as you can, anywhere and everywhere. Nobody is gonna remember you for making mistakes when you have an excellent command over the language. Finally, judging a book by its cover. We all know we shouldn't, but we still do unconsciously all the time. People in general underestimate a speaker with bad pronunciation and overestimate a speaker with good pronunciation. So how do you want to be judged? What kind of speaker do you want to be? Just decide for yourself. Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. If you liked the video, leave a like. Consider subscribing for more videos like this. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Until then, it's Inder with Shine Anywhere and Everywhere saying goodbye.